We'll do the best I can to keep up because I have stream delays. So, Coach, you'll take the lead here, sir.
And we're off.
All right. Koachkrab taking the early lead. We'll take that to JSR, missing the dot go in the IRC because this is live.
Okay, so looking at this first stage is actually one of the hardest levels in the game, probably. There's just so many really accurate kicks that you have to do and accurate jumps, especially on the ladders. That's the part that gives me trouble, is climbing the ladders. Sometimes I jump off too early. It's a lot different from Panic Restaurant, the game that we previously played in the SHI tournament, because that was
Right.
very, very different. The way you climb up the ladders, it would give you much more latitude in a Panic Restaurant, but you have to be dead center on these ladders.
And you also have to wait until you reach the top before you try to get off. If you try to get off the ladder too early, you'll actually fall back down, which is it's not like a run killer, but it's decent enough.
It wastes a couple of seconds if that happens, and it's not a run killer by any means, but it is frustrating. All right, so on to stage two, everybody's favorite auto scroller.
The races are pretty even, despite the fact that it looks about a 2 or 3 second lead for Coach. The restreams are just slightly out of sync, but Coach does have a slight lead going into stage two. Known to blow this auto scrolling level, but it doesn't seem like there's any major time loss when you take a hit in the auto scrollers, is there, Coach?
If you take a hit, you do not lose any time. However, if you have to shape up, you lose about 2 to 3 seconds because the auto scrolling does stop while you shape up. So if you get into a situation where you get hit and get a little bit fatter and get out of shape, and then you have to shape up later, that like we're seeing with JSR2Gamers right now, once he shapes up, we'll see that the auto scrolling screen stops. And there he goes. See, he's shaping up.
Yes.
He's shaping up, and when he's shaped up, as you can see, the auto scrolling screen stops for about 2 seconds. So that's the way you can lose a little bit of time in the auto scrollers.
Needing to shape up his gameplay as we head towards the end of this stage. Now, what is this? What are the mechanics of our boss that we're about to see?
The boss, basically it's pretty simple. You have to avoid the apples and collect the protein shakes, or as I call it, the Stacker 2 pills. Um, so if the pig ship, as you can see, as it spits out the apples, it's very important to avoid them. But at the same time, it's also very important to collect the protein shakes or the Stacker 2 pills, whatever you want to call them. But at one point, you have to eat because he comes up way too close to you, and if you want to keep on spamming him right in the nose right there, uh, there's no way to avoid it. You're always going to eat once or twice at this boss. And as we can see right
As
here,
far as I understand, the missiles do the same amount of damage as the regular bullets, but the missiles fly faster, so it's better to have the missiles.
well, and I'm not really sure if you just button mash on that one if it works. I wonder if there's a timing element to it. I believe that whenever he changes color, that's when he gets hurt again. So it's like you hit him, he changes color, then you hit him again, then he changes back, like that. And there's like a little delay. So I think just button mashing really doesn't help that much in there. There's almost like a rhythm and an artistic value to it to be able to pull
Well,
that off
despite
optimally.
the fact that JSR had to shape up there, he put a half second on Coach in level two.
It looks like
Not sure how
JSR.
that happened.
It looks like JSR did catch up a little bit.
Slightly behind Coach as we enter the cotton candy jumps. And this part, which I really enjoy, ooh, JSR missing a jump, but gets the helicopter, and both our runners are mountain. As Coach heads to our what I like to call the cotton candy boss, but I don't know what does Larry call him.
The BBC. That means the big bad cloud, by the way. Quit it with all your dirty minds.
fighting
And there you
the
go.
ABC definitely.
Really quick kill for both competitors there. Um, both competitors did a really good job on that boss right there. So on to stage 4, we have another lovely auto scroller. So this is a really good time to read donations.
We have 5 cents from Angry Larry says, I'm not restreaming any races tonight because I'm not feeling well. We have from Slim Fast for all of the spots that we've been putting in our streams. They say, keep it up and one day you may have $1. And we also have negative $11 from McDonald's. They say they're not loving it.
Oh, look, we have a 3-cent donation from Buzz Thunder. 1 penny for each victory Coach Crab has over Buzz in the SHI tournament. How about that? How generous of him.
And we have a red rupee donated from Bowling Mania, sir. All right, so another auto scroll level. There's not much strats to these auto scroll levels other than just try to not have to shape up. Is that correct?
Yeah, once again, you just don't want to shape up, but at the same time in this one, you want to make sure that you don't get too many clocks. If you get too many clocks, when the timer winds down at the end of the stage, that can waste a little bit of time. So you want to make sure your timer's in low. You want it to be in about the 40s to the, if it's in the 40s to the 60s, you're in pretty good shape at the end of this level.
So
If you want to go really hardcore,
Coach,
you'd want to get it down in like the 30s.
using the best of Nest save states that that JSR was using to train for this race, because he actually trained pretty hard to try to get his PB down for this race. The race save states, they only give you 7 seconds to defeat the boss, which seems pretty brutal, but actually is kind of a good training tool because you have to beat it in those 7 seconds. So it kind of gives you that internal clock when you're fighting him for real in a race situation. You know what you have to do to beat him quickly.
Okay, so now both competitors are approaching the stage 4 boss. And what is this boss's name?
The Macho Man Bird? I don't know.
The Macho Man Raven Savage, or Macho Bird Raven Savage.
I love it.
All right, so Coach getting
Coach
ready. Let's see if he can get the 1 cycle here. And Coach gets the 1 cycle, as does JSR. Both players trying to pick off the last bird, and they do it. And once again, JSR is only about 2 seconds behind Coach Crab, and I believe that's mainly due to the slight delay. So really, these runners are synced right now.
If you're going based off of that delay, I think Coach might have a very slim lead going into stage 5, which is, in my opinion, the real stage. This is where a run can be lost or won. Let's see what happens.
There are a couple of very tricky spots in this one. Both runners got through the tricky part pretty easily, where you have to dodge the jellyfish right there. And this level and level 1 can be the trickiest ones when it comes to making sure that you get all the correct jumps down. Level 1 can also throw you a curveball sometimes with a little bit of different RNG. Oh, and JSR got hit right there, and he misses the spout, the 1 cycle spout, which is a little bit costly right there for him. Let's see if Coach is able to get the quick kill on the Captain Condom. Why is he called?
The strat that Coach did there, skipping the second invincibility icon, or whatever it is. Do you think that's faster, in your opinion, than going for it?
I am not sure, but the speed run that I watched, which was 10 minutes and 6 seconds, that is the strategy that person uses, and that's just the one that Coach has stuck with, it looks like.
Are missing the 4th hit. That might be the difference in this race, folks.
Yeah, just a little bit of struggle for JSR on that Captain Condom boss. So heading into level 6, JSR has to hope that Coach Crab is going to eat during the final boss. If Coach Crab gets out of shape in the final boss, JSR has a chance to catch up.
Nailing the first two jumps. Jumps are the trickiest part of this stage, and nails all three. So here it looks like Coach is going to take this race.
And JSR now on his third and final jump gets past just fine, and he's in the plane. Coach has defeated both arms, and now going for the 2 cycle on the final boss. Will he get it? He does, and that's it right there. The timer says officially said 10:26. I believe the timer was started a couple seconds late though. So in chat it's saying that Coach got a 10:36. So it's the timer's about 10 seconds behind right now. We'll see where JSR finishes up right here. And JSR finishes right at about 10:40. So that's a really good time for JSR as well.
That is a PB for JSR. Not quite enough.
No, excuse me.
Definitely showing improvement.
Not 10:40. I was supposed to add 10 seconds, not subtract. So right at about 11 minutes.
Official SRL time, 58, but my timer read 10:54 when I got done. It just had a little bit of delay. So I do believe is a GG, and can I get some GGs in the chat for your winner, Coach Crab? The 2-0 in group play in the SHI tournament. JSR falling to 0-2. Runners one race away, both against Dig Shake.
Yep, both of these runners have to face Dig Shake in the final. That's the final race in pool play for these tournaments. And Dig Shake still has to face both of these runners and also Buzz Thunder.
Correct. Dig has not had a race yet, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds correct to me. Mm-hmm.
Before I bow out, your thoughts on the race, sir?
Well, both runners did really well. It looked like there was only 1 or 2 spots that JSR hit that cost him a little bit of time. He got hit once in level 5, it looked like, going for the extra invincibility, and also the Captain Condom boss in level 5 struggled a little bit right there. So that's the only 2 spots where he was behind. So this guy's he's got a, if he can correct those 2 mistakes, he's going to be tough to beat.
Let's hope he can figure it out before it's too late.
And you got to think, with all the smack talk that Coach Crab has been doing lately, that Buzz is coming for him. You got to think that. Now that JSR is 0-2 and Coach is 2-0, Coach is pretty much guaranteed the winner's bracket now. Even if Coach loses to Dig Shake, he'll still be 2-1. And unless Dig Shake goes, no, even if Dig Shake goes 3-0, Coach Crab will still be the second seed. So Coach is a lock for the. Looks like Coach has clinched the winner's bracket, but he could still face Buzz Thunder again in a rematch from the last final of the SHI tournament in season 3 with Panic Restaurant.
Which, if you guys follow sports, the baseball playoffs have just started. Talking Yankees, Red Sox, or Dodgers, Giants, or Red Sox, anybody, or Cubs, anybody. We're talking Coach Crab and Buzz Thunder. Is this the new Yankees-Red Sox rivalry?
I don't know. I mean, does one always beat the other? Because then it would be very accurate. I'm telling you what, I am making Buzz. Oh man, I've just been unbearable. I've been unbearable lately with this. It's more like the Patriots and the Colts back in the early 2000s is what I would compare it to.
Oh, man. WWE style rebuttals right now. Both of the runners, and I want to thank you for the restream and the commentary, sir. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, thanks for joining, JSR. It's been fun, and this is the first time these two runners have raced before, so that was exciting.
Good luck to both of them in the rest of this season. And sir, with that, I will bow out. Up to you, sir.
All right, sounds good. You take it easy.
To you, sir.